It's late. It's probably 5 o'clock. I just wanted to make this quick video because this is something that I've been thinking about for months, to make a video like this, right? Because I don't know, things that I keep hearing about. If you grew up in an environment where, if you're in a situation where you didn't have much when you was growing up, like me, I didn't have much when I was growing up, okay? And you now in a better financial state where you have children or the people around you or younger siblings, people that you want to give basically everything that you didn't have when you was younger. And most of what you're given is material possessions, money, whatever it is. I urge you, if this child is still young, this person is still young, you have to stop giving them everything they ask for. Let me just tell you about one of the shows that I watched. So it was a family of 4. 2 sons, a mother, and a father. Okay? And the older son, he's supposed to be doing 4 years in college, went away to college, whatever. He called his parents one night, among other things that happened. He called his parents and said, I graduated. I guess they didn't go to the graduation. And I graduated and I want to come home so that we can celebrate over dinner, whatever. It's 4:44 a.m. So they made it happen. So he comes home, and they go out to dinner. And on their way back, I don't know what happened. He goes in first, the brother goes in second, the mother goes in third, and then the father. Okay? The younger brother gets shot when he comes in the home. There's people in there waiting for them. Then the mother gets shot. Mom and the younger sibling, they both died. The father gets died somewhere, I guess in front of the door, by the doorstep. He gets shot and he survives. The older son, the one that's supposed to be graduating from college, he got shot in the shoulders. Okay, after they did the investigation, whatever, the older son, his story just wasn't clicking, wasn't making any sense. So they started investigating him. He didn't even graduate from college. Matter of fact, he was still a freshman. And he dropped out of college. So I don't know why they never came to his graduation or anything else, but that was the story. They even gave him a Rolex watch for his graduation. Okay, very privileged kids, okay? They grew up with everything. I'm pretty sure maybe the parents didn't have things. Sometimes we think we're doing the right thing. So happened, he's been trying to kill his parents, his whole family, for the past 3 years, and finally he found somebody to do it. They waited for the family to come in and just pick them off one at a time. Just so happened that the father survived. Why? $1.5 million. That was his motivation. I think I told a story about the kid in Chicago. This is a black kid. The first one was a white kid. The second one was a black kid. His mother, I don't know what she did in Chicago, but she made a lot of money. She spoiled her one son, gave him everything. 19 years old, he wanted to be a rapper, whatever. He have a lot of friends, a lot of followers. He's cute, good-looking kid. Whatever, he sets his mother up, the woman who gave him everything, because he was due to inherit a whole, like $90,000 or something like that. A few days after his mom died, he's on video, he's on recording himself, you know, with money. What happened there? She probably didn't have much growing up and she wanted to give her only child everything. The problem with that is that the kid, see, you didn't develop an emotional connection with your child and you don't even know it. Everything that you were doing was material, so you never nurture that child for that child to be connected with you. That child just know to get, to ask and take. And you, all you did was give. Alright, so I'm not saying that it is your fault if your child becomes, you know, a sociopath. But yeah, you raised them. And it all depends on how you nurture that child. I mean, we always hear about parents mistreating their children and they grow up with all types of PTSD and all kinds of problems. But what about the ones that that say, you know, my parents ain't never gave me nothing. That's what the white kid said, the story I just told you. He said his parents never gave him anything but money. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and a lot of these stories that I hear, I've heard a lot of stories like that where the children set up their parents for money because they know they're going to inherit a lot of money. Listen to me. If that child is still young, maybe junior high and younger, you still can save yourself. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who gives their children, you know, too much, that the children are going to grow up to be sociopaths, but you want to make sure you're not one of those people with that problem. You're not creating that problem. You want to make sure that you're not creating that problem. If the kid is like high school, man, let me tell you something. That kid is away from college and they're calling you for money, and all of a sudden you want to change because you watch this video, or you just have a change of heart. And this kid is calling you, and you're saying, no, get a job, because this, you know, at 14 years old in some states, they can get a job. That's when they start learning about money and their independence. That's when they start getting, you know, becoming self-sufficient, because they know their money is to pay for something, but you don't have them work. And if they work, their money is theirs, then your money is theirs. How do you want that kid to connect with you on an emotional level? And then we're best friends. I can't get that through my head. How can you be best friend with somebody that came out of your, that's not your best friend, that is your child. You can only be a friend to your child. You can't be best friends with your child. I know a lot of people's going to have things to say about this, but people, psychology recognizes what I'm saying, okay? I don't get into details about things because I'm not a professional in psychology, but I know what I'm talking about, all right? I've heard about it, too many cases, too many. You can't be like, we best buddies, you can smoke weed with me, you can drink with me. Come on, you have people, your peers, people that are your age that you should do this with. Even if you allow your children to smoke marijuana, you don't have to party with them that way. You understand? Get people your age, and that's what you do, and let them do it with people, with their peers. You have to draw a line. You have to have boundaries. All right, because you're the person who's supposed to be guiding this child down the right path. And how are you going to do it if you guys are best friends? My best friends don't tell me what to do. I got a mind of my own. Do you see what I'm saying? But I can take advice from those who I respect enough to give me, you know, to guide me. As a child, this is what I'm saying. Now, again, I know you might have not had much, and you want to give your child everything. But I already told you what can happen. And if it does happen, a lot of it is your fault too. Kid, your job is to be a teacher, as a mother especially. Your job is to teach that child how to be, how to learn certain things, to be self-sufficient, not to give them everything they ask for. Now, oh, check this out. If the kid is in college and they're calling you, can I have, like far away somewhere, and you all of a sudden you develop this new, you know, mindset, and you say, no, get a job, you know, I need help too, I need to pay the bills, I got expenses over here, whatever. That what's gonna happen is that this adult child, or this child, right, they're gonna make sure that they come close to you because they know that they can manipulate you. So they're gonna come close. Just stick to no. Okay? No, get a job. I have to pay bills. Now, if that child knows that you have like a life insurance for them or whatever, call a meeting. Yes, I'm telling you to tell a story. Let's say, for example, you say, listen, I changed the life insurance because I had some people that I owed money to, and the government was going to whatever my checks and my money or whatever. Make up a story that you changed the life insurance. And because they're going to ask why. Now, me, I don't owe nobody an explanation about my money or what I'm doing to my life. But some of you might feel obligated to give an explanation. That's okay. You know, to each his own. But if you want to give an explanation, tell a story. Say, I'm not telling you to lie. I'm just you make up a story and say, there's certain things I had to do with the money. I had to move money around because there are things that I had to pay. What things I had to pay? I don't have to explain it to you. That's it. And just continue to say, listen, oh, but I need money for this, and I get a job. Get a job. It's not going to kill you to stop. See, you depend on your child to be that needy. That's why that child is start looking at you like an ATM and not like a person. This is how these children can do that to their parents, because you were not there for them the way you were supposed to be there emotionally. That's the right type of nurturing. So now you're just an ATM. Every time, they make up stories too. Oh, this happened, I got robbed, this person, I left my wallet here, this and that and the other. They come up with situations that never happen. They just need you to fork over that money. That's what they need from you. All right, and they're gonna come closer and they're gonna be like, well, see, you're the one that had me. Oh, and they're gonna do the emotional blackmail thing. Don't fall for it. Oh, all the other parents are doing it. Oh, you're the only parent. Don't fall for it. Stick to no, and keep it that simple. Why am I saying this? If you don't need it, if you're okay with it, maybe you have a friend that can listen to this, and that'll help them out. That'll make them think. Even if they don't listen to it right away, it might plant a seed. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's not just for your benefit. Yes, I hate to hear about how many children have killed their parents for money, but it is also for the kids' benefit. If something happens to you, that kid has no idea how to take care of themselves. What kind of life they're going to live? You understand? I had a friend. He was 35 years old, and I was still in my 20s. But he looked really young, so when I first met him, I thought he was my age, whatever. And his mother had passed away. When his mother passed away, he was locked up. And his mother had left him money. And 35 years old, he had kids and all that, teenage kids and the whole nine. And his older sister, no, he didn't kill her. Just in case you think I'm going there, I don't want to bust your bubble. Was holding his money hostage because his mom says her instructions was for him not to get the money until he got married and had a family and stuff like that. So he was walking around, man, and he could get jobs. Even though he had gotten locked up, it was just for drug stuff, so he could find jobs. Nah, man, if my mom was here, this wouldn't be happening to me at 35 years old. His mom did that. Every time he got in trouble, his mom would bail him out, give him money, this and that. So now his mom passed away, and he don't know what to do with himself. Do you want that to be your kid? I had an only child too. She was in a hurry to get her job at 14. I guess it's because I was sometimes saying yes and sometimes saying no. I was always conscious of what I was doing for her and to her. Always. And I explained to her why I did these things. I didn't just say no. I explained to her why I did these things. But when the kid gets to a certain age, when this person, whomever it is that you are helping, raising, whatever, when they get to a certain age and you say no in explanation, they're not trying to hear that. They just want your money. They just want to be in your pocket. And if you keep letting them, you're doing them an injustice in yourself as well. Okay, that's all I have to say for this video. All right, share the video. All right, bye-bye.